From the moment Jordan Clarkson first picked up a basketball, there was a quiet determination about him that set him apart. His journey to the top of professional basketball was never guaranteed, never easy, and never paved with the same early expectations that surround many future stars. Instead, Clarkson's story is one built on resilience, belief, and an unwavering commitment to proving that talent combined with relentless work can break through even the toughest barriers. Long before arenas were filled with fans cheering his name, before highlight reels captured his fearless drives and deep three-point shots, Clarkson was simply a young kid with a dream, one that seemed distant but never impossible in his heart. Jordan Taylor Clarkson was born on June 7, 1992, in Tampa, but much of his childhood unfolded in San Antonio, a city deeply connected to the culture of basketball. Growing up there meant being surrounded by the influence of the legendary San Antonio Spurs, a team known not just for winning championships, but for doing so through discipline, teamwork, and intelligence on the court. Watching players like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili left a lasting impression on Clarkson. Their style of play showed him that greatness could be achieved not only through athleticism, but also through dedication, consistency, and understanding the deeper rhythm of the game. Clarkson grew up in a culturally rich household. His father, Mike Clarkson, brought African-American heritage, while his mother, Annette Tullio Davis, carried Filipino roots. That blend of cultures would eventually shape Clarkson's identity and influence the way he connected with fans across the world. In particular, the Filipino community would later embrace him with immense pride, seeing him as a symbol of representation on one of the biggest stages in sports. But during his childhood, those global connections were still far away. At that time, Jordan was simply a kid learning the fundamentals of the game, spending countless hours practicing in local gyms and outdoor courts. As Clarkson progressed through his teenage years, basketball slowly began to reveal itself not just as a passion, but as a possible future. At Wagner High School in San Antonio, his athletic ability and offensive creativity began to attract attention. Clarkson possessed a natural feel for scoring. He could glide past defenders, change speeds effortlessly, and finish plays with flair around the rim. His game was not only effective but also exciting to watch. Still, despite his growing reputation locally, Clarkson was not ranked among the most elite high school recruits in the nation. He wasn't surrounded by the same hype that often follows top prospects destined for the NBA. Being overlooked, however, became a source of motivation rather than discouragement. Clarkson understood that recognition could come later if the work never stopped. Every practice became an opportunity to sharpen his skills. Every game became a chance to prove he belonged among the best. That mindset, quiet determination mixed with relentless effort, would become one of the defining characteristics of his career. Clarkson's path through college basketball reflected that same determination. He began his collegiate journey with the Tulsa Golden Hurricane men's basketball, where he immediately began showing flashes of the dynamic offensive talent that would later define his professional career. At Tulsa, Clarkson gained valuable experience learning how to lead an offense and compete against stronger, faster opponents. Yet after 2 seasons, he made a significant decision that would change the trajectory of his career. He transferred to the Missouri Tigers men's basketball program, seeking a larger stage and greater challenges. At Missouri, Clarkson's game reached a new level. Playing in the competitive environment of the Southeastern Conference pushed him to develop greater versatility. He was no longer just a promising guard with scoring instincts. He became a complete offensive weapon capable of creating shots for himself and his teammates. His senior season in 2013 to 2014 was particularly impressive, as Clarkson averaged nearly 18 points per game while demonstrating the ability to control the tempo of games. He attacked defenses aggressively, used his ball handling to create space, and showed the kind of confidence that NBA scouts look for in guards who can generate offense under pressure. Even with his strong college performance, Clarkson entered the 2014 NBA draft without the guarantee of being selected early. The draft process can be unpredictable, and many players with impressive college careers still find themselves waiting anxiously for their names to be called. For Clarkson, draft night was filled with uncertainty. As teams made their selections, the tension in the room grew. Eventually, His name was announced in the second round by the Washington Wizards before his rights were quickly traded to the iconic Los Angeles Lakers. For Clarkson, the moment was life-changing. Being drafted meant the dream he had chased since childhood was now real. But entering the NBA as a second-round pick also meant there were no guarantees. Many second-round players struggle to find consistent playing time or even remain on a roster long-term. Clarkson knew that simply reaching the league was not the final goal. It was only the beginning of the journey. His rookie season with the Lakers quickly turned heads. At the time, the franchise was transitioning from its era of dominance led by the legendary Kobe Bryant and searching for young players who could help rebuild the team's future. Clarkson seized that opportunity with confidence and energy. As the season progressed, he began earning more minutes, and his aggressive scoring style started to shine. He attacked defenders fearlessly, pushed the pace in transition, and displayed a creativity that made him difficult to guard. By the end of his rookie season, Clarkson had emerged as one of the most exciting young guards in the league. Averaging nearly 16 points per game, he earned a spot on the NBA All-Rookie First Team and established himself as one of the biggest surprises of the 2014 draft class. For a player selected in the second round, it was a powerful statement that he belonged at the highest level of the sport. Over the next several seasons with the Lakers, Clarkson continued developing his offensive game. He became known for his ability to heat up quickly, delivering scoring bursts that could shift the momentum of a game within minutes. His style was energetic, unpredictable, and fearless. Yet the Lakers were still rebuilding, and the roster constantly changed as the franchise searched for the right combination of young talent and veteran leadership. In 2018, Clarkson's journey took a new turn when he was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The move placed him on a team led by one of the greatest players in basketball history, LeBron James. Playing alongside a superstar of that caliber introduced Clarkson to the intensity of championship expectations. Every game mattered, every possession carried weight, and every mistake was magnified under the spotlight of playoff competition. That season, the Cavaliers fought their way through the Eastern Conference and reached the NBA Finals. Although they ultimately fell to the powerful Golden State Warriors, the experience of competing on basketball's biggest stage provided Clarkson with valuable lessons about the level of focus and preparation required to chase a championship. Another major turning point arrived in December 2019 when Clarkson was traded to the Utah Jazz. This move would ultimately reshape his career. Utah had a specific vision for Clarkson's role. They wanted him to become the ultimate offensive spark off the bench. Rather than asking him to balance multiple responsibilities as a starter, the Jazz encouraged him to focus entirely on what he did best, score. The role suited him perfectly. Clarkson embraced the freedom of coming off the bench with the green light to attack defenses aggressively. He brought energy and instant offense to Utah's second unit, often entering games and immediately igniting scoring runs. His fearless shooting and creative ball handling made him one of the most exciting bench players in the league. During the 2020 to 2021 season, Clarkson delivered the finest performance of his career. Night after night, he provided scoring explosions that helped the Jazz maintain one of the best records in the league. His contributions were so impactful that he was awarded the prestigious NBA Sixth Man of the Year award. The honor recognized not only his scoring ability, but also his willingness to embrace a role that prioritized team success over individual spotlight. Beyond the NBA, Clarkson's influence extends across international basketball communities. Through his Filipino heritage, he has become a beloved figure in the Philippines, where basketball holds a unique cultural importance. Clarkson proudly represents the country in international competitions with the Philippines men's national basketball team, strengthening his connection with millions of fans who see him as a symbol of pride and representation on the global stage. What makes Jordan Clarkson's story so inspiring is not simply the highlights or the awards. It is the journey itself, the steady climb from overlooked recruit to respected NBA veteran. His career reminds us that success in sports often comes not from early recognition, but from perseverance through uncertainty. Clarkson's playing style reflects that same spirit. He attacks the game with creativity and boldness, often improvising in ways that catch defenders off guard. Whether pulling up for a deep three-pointer, weaving through traffic for a difficult layup, or creating space with his ball handling, Clarkson brings a unique rhythm to the court. His confidence is contagious, and his ability to ignite scoring runs has made him one of the league's most valuable offensive weapons off the bench. As the years continue, Clarkson's legacy grows not only through statistics, but through the example he sets for aspiring athletes. His journey proves that the path to success does not have to follow a traditional script. Being overlooked does not mean being defeated. Doubt can become fuel. Obstacles can become stepping stones. Jordan Clarkson's career is a testament to belief. The belief that hard work eventually finds its reward, that determination can outlast skepticism, and that dreams remain possible for those willing to chase them relentlessly. And every time he steps onto the court, wearing his jersey and carrying the expectations of fans around the world, he reminds us of the same lesson that shaped his journey from the beginning. Greatness is not always predicted. Sometimes, it is simply earned through the courage to keep going when no one else is watching. If you enjoyed learning about the inspiring journey of Jordan Clarkson, thank you for spending time with this story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories from the world of sports, where determination, resilience, and passion continue to shape the legends we celebrate.